So what's up, guys? It looks like I've gained a couple subscribers. So we're all just going over this and learning this together, unless you already know this and for some reason are watching anyways. But on Thursdays, I have decided to start off with the Emerald Tablets. So that's what I will be reading from today. Most ancient spiritual texts are of unknown or uncertain origin, but few are as deeply shrouded in myth, legend, and mystery as the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, and the closely associated and more well-known Emerald Tablet attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth did not surface until 1925. But the Emerald Tablet of Hermes has a rich history weaving through much of antiquity. Scholars speak of the Emerald Tablet as one of the most mysterious documents ever put before the eyes of man, and describe it as everything from a summary of Neoplatonic philosophy to an extraterrestrial artifact to a gift from Atlantis. The tablet is attributed to the legendary figure of Hermes Trismegistus, said to be an ancient philosopher, healer, and sage. References to Trismegistus can be found in Renaissance, Christian, Islamic, Roman, and Greek literature, and the tablet appears and disappears across the ancient world before and after the birth of Christ. The birth of Christ. No one knows what became of the original tablet. Historic accounts describe it as a slab of brilliant crystalline green stone covered with bas-relief Phoenician text. What we are left with are numerous translations and translations of translations, some of which were penned by historical figures, but like Isaac Newton, Roger Bacon, and Madame Blavatsky. For this book, I have created my own version that considers and incorporates 20 or so existing translations. The tablets teaches that all is one and that direct experience of the divine is possible through meditation and psychological exercise. In modern times, it became the foundation of Freemasonry, Theosophy, and esoteric schools such as the Golden Dawn. It is considered the original source of Hermeticism, Gnosticism, alchemy, and science. Some hold that the tablet holds the secrets of the universe. It is said that those who come to it are destined to read this ancient cryptic work, and if one is spiritually aware, he will be able to read between the lines. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean are shrouded in even more mystery, and their story requires one to set aside traditional beliefs and keep an open mind. They are said to have been written many millennia ago by an Atlantean priest, king god named Thoth, who, along with many others of his race, came to Earth from another planet. He lived for thousands of years, and when the great flood came upon the earth that destroyed Atlantis, he escaped in his ship, then later landed in a land called Kim, which is now Egypt. He ruled Egypt for 16,000 years, and in Egyptian art is pictured as having the head of an ibis, a sacred bird of Africa. He was a great writer and keeper of records, and it is said that he authored 36,525 manuscripts. It was Thoth who built the Great Pyramid of Giza as a repository for this Atlantean knowledge and a place for initiating great souls into the mysteries. And legend, deep beneath the Great Pyramid, are the halls of Amenti, spoken of in the Emerald Tablets. the halls of the gods, where the souls passed after death for judgment. During the many centuries of his life, Thoth raised the people of Egypt from barbarians to a great civilization. When he left that incarnation, Thoth was deified as the god of wisdom, the recorder by those in the age of darkness that followed his passing. During later times, the soul spirit of Thoth passed into the bodies of men in the manner described in the Emerald Tablets. In his third incarnation, Thoth appeared as Hermes and was given the honorific Trismegistus, the thrice born. As Hermes, he wrote the Emerald Tablet, which became the basis for the ancient mystery schools. Thoth's race colonized every place on Earth that has pyramid architecture, which is basically everywhere, including, of course, Mesoamerica. At some point, the Emerald Tablets were given to the Maya for their instructions, and they remained in Mesoamerica until the 1920s. It was then that Doctor Michael Doreal, the founder of the Great White Lodge, was given channeled instructions on where to find them and to return them to the Great Pyramid. He was also given permission to copy and translate them, which he did. He then returned them to the secret location near the Great Pyramid according to his instructions. Dr. Doreal's translation was originally published in mimeographed form in the 1930s and quickly became an underground sensation among esotericists for the time. For this book, I have made only minor edits to Dr. Doreal's translation for readability and format. The unedited original is freely available online and in other books. For more details and history of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, see Dr. Doreal's preface starting on page 9. Spiritually, the Emerald Tablet and the Emerald Tablets of Thoth are closely related to alchemy and are said to reveal the secrets of creating the Philosopher's Stone. Alchemical traditions, whether European, Middle Eastern, or Asian, persuade the same prize the creation of the Philosopher's Stone, also known as the Pearl of Great Price, the wish-fulfilling jewel in the heart of the sun. It is the tool that turns base lead into gold. For alchemists, the one thing of Hermes Trismegistus became the materia prima of first matter, the source of all existence. Aristotle described it as the invisible force that contains the whole universe. From the materia prima came the elements fire, water, air, and earth, the fundamental constitutes of all life. These elements are utilized in the classic 7 steps for producing the Philosopher's Stone. Calcinate is the first step. Reduce a substance to ashes. Purification by fire. The second step is dissolution. Dissolve ash into a liquid. Purification by water. The third step is separation. Filter and separate the products of dissolution. Purification by air. The fourth step is conjunction. Recombine the products into a new substance, which is purification by earth. The fifth step is fermentation. Break down the substance by decomposition. Number 6 is distillation. The Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trismegistus. This is the truth, with no shadow of untruth. Of this there is no doubt. As it is above, so it is below. As it is below, so it is above. Above and below are one. Herein lies the key to all miracles. As above, so below. As within, so without. As with the universe, so with the soul. All that exists is one, by the primal will of the One. A creator emanates, causing the separate things to appear, each evolving and reproducing while remaining one unity. Its father is the sun, its mother is the moon. It was born of the womb of sky and nursed at the breast of earth. It is the source of all works of wonder and the cause of perfection throughout the universe. Its power on earth is absolute. It is the fire of undivided spirit. Separate the fire of spirit from the earth, the subtle from the gross prudently, with artful discrimination and wisdom. Ascend with shrewd genius from earth to heaven, then descend again, newborn, to earth. Receive unto yourself the power and efficiency of heaven and earth united. In this way you shall be imbued with the illumination of the whole universe. Darkness shall flee before your light. This is the power of all powers. It masters all that is fine and subtle. It overcomes all that is crude and hard. This is how the world came to be. By the same process, marvelous operations can be carried out and splendid works achieved. Because I embody the trinity of aspects, comprising all universal wisdom, I am called Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice-born sage. Thus ends the revelation of the work of the sun.